Okay, we're back. And we're just going to go through Vaults 1 through 4, probably Crypt as well. And as you can see, we can't be paralyzed as long as I don't go into stat form, so I'm going to see if I can't go ahead and, well, we'll put on this flail just in case we see an Ancient Lich. But what I'm gonna do is just cleverly use Lightning Spire and all these smite targeted abilities like BVC and LRD, and just sort of win that way, you know. And it'll take a little more time, but it's a little less risky on account of the fact that all these MR threats aren't going to be an issue. Of course, this is a little bit of a problem. You know, we'd rather have stat form on to deal with things that can do damage to me from range, like Yaktars. But with the shield, it's probably not an issue. Of course, we will run out of mana. As you can see. Ooh, he could lightning bolt me twice, although it's not super likely to cause a problem, considering I have Aralek all the time with my cloak. I need to drop some stuff. +1 magic resistance, that's a strict upgrade, I suppose. Remember, we don't have our fire, so he could do 75 damage to me. Wow. Wow. Didn't want to take damage there. I'd really like to get D-Missile online. Why don't we train charms and spellcasting only? I'll get some more spell levels and then I'll have D-Missile. That's a good thing to have, and we can get it pretty soon. With D-Missile plus a shield, there's not a lot of range stuff that's going to be hitting me. Even now with my very good SH, there's not a lot of range stuff that's hitting me. Nice. This we will go stat form for. Whoa! Okay, I can tab this stuff, no problem. Well, he can paralyze me. So that's all right. We're the MR plus mace, you know. Ooh. Storm Dragon, eh? This is interesting. I have no RC. I want to punch this guy to death. There we go. Nice. Book of Spatial Translocations. We already have POG. We spent money on that. So that book doesn't do a whole lot for us. I guess Lesser Beckoning might be useful later on. Probably not. Okay. Nice. Still no more spell levels. Oh, jeez. Let's do regen. This could be bad with him summoning stuff. Let me see if I can't. Oh, that didn't work. Well, we don't want him to LCS me, do we? We got him with BVC. Let's see if Clouds finishes it for me. Is he dead? Yep, he's dead. Sweet. Alright, we got Regen up, we got Stat Form up. I'll use Lamp, I guess. Okay, took out the biggest damage dealer. Whoa, we're marked. It's not good. But we're so strong. we can probably handle this stuff if nothing else too nasty shows up. Okay, I want to use acid. What I want is for that mage to die. And there's what I was afraid of. We got a MR targeting threat, so I gotta put on my mace. And I gotta walk a little bit. We'll BVC. I may end up teleporting or fearing or something here. Lightning bolt. Oh, he has moved a bit. There, he's dead. And this is ugly. We have so much teleport. Let's use one. We should have used one a while ago. I mean, this dude could use LCS actually for all I know. Not good. I'm gonna scattershot this guy. I'm sick of him sticking around. Amulet of Rage, we don't particularly need that. Yep, Deflect Missiles is getting more castable, but we're not gaining spell levels very quickly. Sometimes forget that, well, humans have a -1 apt for spell casting, so not great. Death's Door is slowly creeping up. Oh, right. I am corroded somehow. Well, they don't want to get VVC'd, or they don't want to get meth clouded, rather. This Rakshasa is really causing me some problems here. Whoa, okay, that's ugly. Simulacrums can do quite a bit of nastiness to me. Yeah, we're gonna blow Blink. Not that I want to, but these Rakshasas can really create an ugly problem. Duplicating things that just do a ton of damage. If I had RC Plus, it wouldn't be an issue, and I suppose if I was playing truly optimally... hey, let me move my mic here on the desk. Here we go. If I was playing truly optimally, then what we would have is that Ring of Ice in my inventory, and I just swap, but I'm trying to create a situation where I do as little of that stuff as possible, you know, so it's a little more smooth of a playing experience, you know. But you should do that. You should have resistance swaps on, especially if you don't, you know, if you don't have any resistance at all in one area. Speaking of optimal, I shouldn't even be going about this the way that I'm doing it. I should be training unarmed combat mostly. There's a lot of weird things I'm doing this game, just because I'm kind of trying to plan in advance in an odd, sort of awkward way. To do zigs. I'm not really sure if this is... This may not be the correct route. You know. By the way, Crypt is open now. Got kind of an early one. Nice. Got some potions of haste. 3 of them now, in fact. We're doing very well on resources. Okay. Got deflect missiles. No more amnesia yet, and we really badly need it. Interesting rune door vault there. Oh, we don't want to be marked. We may have an issue. But hey, you know what I forgot I had? Something I could have used earlier in lieu of C-Blink, probably. We have Pog. Anyway, this floor is, I would say, mostly unexplored. So being marked on it is a real bad idea. I may be leaving things behind. I need to drop something. Just because I'm at 52 items. I mean, I guess I could drop Torment. I'm not planning on using it until I hit TRJ, but it seems kind of silly. Since I'm just going to pick it right back up. Do I want to drop Fan of Gales? Yeah, I never use them. I think my favorite thing about statue form is it just sort of completely removes the need to have good item RNG. You know, you find one spell and it's essentially everything you need to win the game. Because you got your good AC, and if you want good EV, you just have to train dodging. So, you know, it even gives you RLEC, which is a nice little bonus. It's also got a weapon rolled into it. A very good one, probably one of the best ones in the game. The Stone Fists. mean, it's really, really great, all in all. Oh man, do I want to emulate this stuff? There's quite a lot of it. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna get rid of this in a very convenient way. I don't have to kite this stuff for a million years, you know. Oh, this is a ghost vault. Okay. What's the ghost? 50 damage? Okay. Okay. Cloud Sim doesn't do anything. Let's try that again. That's better. He's not resistant, or he's only resistant to cold, not very resistant. Okay, I'll put on regen. Oh crap. Oh, this is annoying, this is just too much. Oh boy. Let's blink. Let's get all this stuff in a BVC. Throw out an Ice Blast as well. You know what? Now's a good time as any for Phantom Mirror on this dude. I feel floods. If I had Dispel, if I was using Dispel Undead, that would be quite nice. Keep the other two Phantom Mirrors for TRJ, I suppose. We may not torment TRJ at all if I have those, you know, depending on if I want to be in melee with him. Jeez. Resistant to fire. I mean, it's going to be annoying killing this ghost without Dispel Undead. Really, really sucks. What to do? Not resistant to electricity. Let's let the troll handle him for a moment, anyway. What else can I do here? I guess I could LRD him, but not really from this position. Lightning Rod? Okay. I mean, I can just kind of juke him like this if I feel like it. Whoa, passage doesn't lead anywhere. How'd that happen? We'll blank. Got him. Yeah, that was a little obnoxious, but we made it work. So can't complain too much. I used some resources. Helmet of Intelligence. I'm okay with the +2 of Strength and Dex, actually. And we got an artifact shield here. Oh, snap. Wow, we're a step closer to the living the dream. The crystal plate dream. That is +9 intelligence shield. That is a little bit outrageous. That's so good it should be illegal. I like that. Okay. 33 intelligence. It's almost like we're worshipping Che, but we're not. Or we're like a deep elf. Hold on, let me show you something. I'm gonna remove the curse on that thing. I'm gonna take it off. This is gonna be great. Okay, 50% Death's Door. Pop that shield on. Boom, 20% lower. 30% Death's Door. That is kind of outrageous. That's an enormously powerful item. We also found that wacky +9 intelligence Lajatang, but it was anti-magic if you recall, so not particularly usable. Yeah, but with a +6 intelligence cloak and a +9 intelligence shield, our spell power is going to be quite nice, I'll tell you that. Oh, we got the meme. The meme floor with these crystal walls that I can just spam LRD on. Or I could just kill things the old-fashioned way with, you know, stat form BBC. I say old-fashioned, really, I mean, it's the new way, but it's kind of become old hat since the tournament. It's just the new strategy that beats everything. To the point that it's almost become rote, because you always want to get that spell on almost any character. Oh, guess what I haven't noticed? The fact that there's a bazaar. Whoops. Let's see if we can't actually get there. I mean, I have 1,600 gold. Wow, I might actually end up buying that manual of armor and using that C plate. As dumb as that sounds. It's pretty crazy. So maybe I want to save my money, you know? Still no Shatter or Iron Shot. Ah, we're marked. This is the worst thing that could have happened, really. Now it's going to be pretty hard to make it in a reasonable amount of time, but maybe not. I guess the mark faded, so we must have I mean, geez, we fought so much stuff. I think it's likely that we've cleared out the floor for the most part. Oh, geez, don't you, are you, what? Don't you tell me? I'll read Tella to stop that, those shenanigans. He had a disto axe. Well, we made it. Let's see what's in here. No way. Strength +6, int +7, but inaccuracy, which is basically counteracted by BBC. Bro, this game is outrageous. It's like it really wants me to use that crystal plate. It's given me all the stats that I need. I'm essentially worshipping Che without worshipping Che. This is stupid. I mean, I gotta use it. It's too cool. It's fragile, so I'll be using it forever, I guess. Inaccuracy is annoying, but we can live with it. I mean, hell, I think, yeah, tornado is available, so we could just walk around doing mega damage tornado while in stat form, or not stat form, but in that crystal plate. It's crazy. Man, okay. Well, I could also grab Ring of Wizardry, but I don't particularly want to do that. Okay, since we're doing 15 runes, let's see, I would like to purchase one more thing from here. And that is the sack of spiders I saw, because you can never have too many sacks of spiders. Everything else I'm not going to purchase because I want to save up gold to get that armor manual. But yeah, we're going for it. We're definitely going for it. Alright, this dude can paralyze. Let's kill him fast. Oh, I'm next to a Sphinx as well. I'm drinking whiskey, driving risky over here. Let's take him down as well. Jeez, my spell power is just outrageous. And accuracy isn't really that bad, by the way, at high weapon training. And as I said, the BBC, where it kills their evasion, is, you know, it's directly counteracts inaccuracy for the most part. I would imagine that it does that and then some, so. Man, this LRD is doing crazy damage. Like, the spell power must be significantly boosted after all that intelligence. I mean, we're 42 int now, which is sort of like a deep elf that's also worshipping Che at this point. It's pretty outrageous, honestly. Still not max spell power by any means, but quite high. And 11% death's door, I like that. Let's get the fail rate a little lower, get it out of the red area at least. Mana is a bit of an issue now. You know, we're gonna run out and then there's not a lot I can do unless I find Wukadmu. I probably should be carrying around Staff of Energy at this point. Because that's my only way of getting energy back outside of, you know, chugging down a potion of magic. I think really what we want more than anything now is some amnesia scrolls, so I can start using some really powerful necromancy spells. I want to get necromutation. I want to, basically just for the MR pip. I want to get infestation. I could use that now if I had the spell levels. Even simulacrum would be nice, just because of AA. The Kiku corpse delivery ability. We could be wrecking stuff with that if need be. The character is incredibly powerful, but it's missing some of the tools that it could be using simply because I have too much garbage memorized. Speaking of which, I should cast Demissile again. And that's just the problem with early game. We wanted all this different stuff, I didn't really plan ahead very well, because you kind of go forward with the assumption, oh, I'm gonna get enough amnesia, but we just didn't. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do Vaults 5, because what I'll do is I'll Stair Dance it. Oh, maybe I won't. Sometimes you get unlucky, you get a Vault Warden right then and there. Do we want to try to kill him with BBC? Clouds, unfortunately, is not quite reaching at my current level of power. However, this does. Of course, my problem is I got this dude as well, this monstrosity. I could silence the warden, but I don't have a scroll, so no, I can't. You really messed things up for me, Mr. Warden. Showing up this early with a tentacle guy as well. Would be really nice to finish out vaults this early and not have to worry about it. I'm going to pop on haste, and I'm going to do it. Well, agility as well. What we're going to do is we're going to BVC him. We're going to throw some clowns on top of him. We're going to BVC him again because he escaped. And we're just going to kill him with this smite targeted stuff, you know. Unfortunately, he stepped out of the range of LRD. We've got these gentlemen tentacled monstrosities encroaching, so that's not great. Why don't we go ahead and BVC those guys as well so they can't really get next to me. Now, if another warden shows up, that's an issue. Okay, we can be paralyzed by the Lich. That's another issue. Warden's almost dead. I really want to immolate, but I can't. It's not safe. I would die for sure because I don't have any RF. I mean, I could chug down a resistance potion and then try it, but it's not really worth it. I mean, it's kind of worth it. If I could kill these monstrosities, that would be pretty sweet, but I'm not gonna risk all that. What I might do is I might torment. That would be kind of cute, but I'm not gonna do that either. Let's lamp, I guess. Okay, there's another warden, which is really, really obnoxious. We're not really taking damage. I guess I could go ahead and just try to keep rocking him. It's not ideal. I know this is a very bad thing that I'm doing here, but the problem is that, see, I want to kill him now, because if I come back down, there could be all manner of garbage happening. Like, I could come down and immediately get constricted, which is likely. I could even get paralyzed immediately, I suppose. It's not likely, 1% fail, but, or 1% success rate on the Lich paralyzed, but still it's possible, you know. So I almost want to just duke it out here while I already have haste and agility and whatnot. Maybe even pop on might and just start punching things, although that could end badly. Teleport right here, even? That's an option. We have 2 potions of magic, so I could keep going for a good little while. I don't want to waste this agility is the thing. The agility and the haste. Well, we have a blinking. We have 17 teleportations. I think we do get out here. Dang it. Well, there's a torpor snail. This is probably one of the worst. This is one of the worst V5 entrances I've seen in a while. We got torpor snail, we got 2 vault wardens, which are blocking me from going up, although they're not blocking me from going up right now. But that could have happened, which would have been very bad right here. But torpor snail is a big one. We have no resistances, so these guys can do quite a bit to me. Although I could fix that by drinking a resist, which I'm probably going to do if I stay here. But the torpor snail changes the whole calculus, unfortunately. I could fear. Yeah, that's an option. That is an option. And that would probably make the torpor snail go away. But it also really messes things up, you know. I need more evocations. But hey, we always have Death's Door if things go really south. I don't want to end up Death's Dooring here, though. That's insane. Let's resist. Let's keep doing this. Let's go. Oh, it was a shapeshifter, so I think he shapeshifted into a water nymph, right? I don't see it in the log. Oh, there it is. Torpor snail, right there. Changes into a water nymph, so I'll be fast again next turn. Okay, we really want this Lich to start getting constricted, so let's start that adventure. I want these guys to be in clouds. And we want these guys to be in clouds. That's good. That's still a Storm Dragon Simulacrum. Quite a lot of damage possible. But I tell you, I want to be regenerating. Okay. This isn't terrible. I'll probably enslave this guy 62%. And my thrall, very good. Even with low evocations, you can get derived undead like zombies and skeletons and simulacrums very, very easily. In fact, I think he's attacking something, right? No, the War Gargoyle is attacking him. But he's hitting a Vault Guard, so that's nice. It's about time. It's about time to either leave this spot or go upstairs if I can get the door unlocked. We want this Lich dead, though. He's very dangerous. But there's a friendly simulacrum in between me and him now, so I'd really like to BVC again, right here on this guy. But he is in the way, or rather, excuse me, I don't know why I said that. I don't have enough mana. I'm lacking 1 point. I need 5. I have 4. Man, I'm not thinking straight. This is this landing has completely scattered my brain. Especially got this dream sheep. He could put me to sleep. That'd be really bad. Pretty unlikely. Okay. Oh, he's a torpor snail again. Oh man, the lich is... he could paralyze me. Alright, I'm gonna do one more thing. Now that all this bad stuff's happening. Still hasted. I'm gonna Holy Word to kill the lich. Yes, lich is dead. This is looking much better. We're gonna go up now. Nice. Nice. Okay, that's sweet. That's really, really good. All right. Beautiful. Okay. My instinct is to just kind of teleport now, you know? Roll in there and just have the teleport active. Yeah, that works. And in fact, we teleported to probably the perfect spot. This lack of ability to regain mana is an issue. I almost want to get Sublimation of Blood, although that's a bit risky considering the fact that that's, you know, gonna take away my hit points to give me mana, which can be kind of nasty, for obvious reasons. However, it's nice to have if you really need mana. By the way, Death's Door down to 7%, still red, unfortunately. We're approaching an hour, so I'll probably, you know, since we finished all the vaults, I'll probably stop the video as soon as I get the rune and clear this place out. Pretty sweet little vaults, though. I mean, I did not expect, even on a powerhouse character with very good spells like this, I did not expect to be doing vaults 5 without doing crypts first, just on account of the fact that I'm being so weird about the progression, you know. But hey, if it works. Oh man, being kind of bad here about the way that I'm fighting this stuff, you know, because it's luring so much more. Tinker Reaver. Whoops, what am I doing? That's obnoxious. If you press Z, you know, to cast, and then the letter that the BVC is on, in my case A, it'll automatically highlight whatever's closest to you sometimes. And that can be something that is immune to BVC, so I just hit Z, A, and then I just slam down the enter key. I assumed it would be on the Reaver, and then it hit the Battle Sphere instead. So, completely wasted, of course. Yeah, it did it again. I don't know why it's, I guess it just goes after your quote-unquote primary target. And I know that there's some sort of hotkey that changes that. but I don't use it. It's kind of like how you know, if I'm throwing, I will manually move the keys. I'm sure that there's a smarter way to do it, but I just haven't, you know, gotten into the habit of doing that. You know, it's not necessary. It's never really bothered me. I'm not even noticing inaccuracy at all. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's take out the HuWn, because I could, in theory, take a lot of damage. Oh man, statue form ending. Okay, good, everything's dead. I feel like I was just berserking, and it was running out, you know. Golden dragons are pretty risky because, you know, they can do ice or fire, and I don't have resistance to either. Okay, here's the true test. We gotta unclear this thing, and I've kind of screwed up already. Why don't I blow an immolate? There we go. That's cute. I do not want to get paralyzed. Pop this flail on. Okay, I can take that off. Titan almost dead. I can help you along, my friend. There we go. It's too much stuff. Too much stuff coming. Not enough mana. Suppose I could teleport. That could be bad, you know. I want to do it. Yeah, this is looking kind of ugly, although the golden dragon's almost dead. Yep, it was bad. Teleport. I'll wear the flail. He was just a confused guy, so it was okay, but I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and use a little bit of heal wounds, just in case. I know it looks like, yeah, it's so easy in this game to think you're, oh, well, you're above half hit points or whatever, so you're safe, but you're not safe. If you're not at 100% hit points, you might as well consider yourself to be, you know, seconds away from death, or turns away from death, and that's just the way it is. By the way, this is what I should have done, which is go around, rather than trying to go into the center so early. Just wasn't time yet, you know. You go around the edges. That's the proper way to do V5. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have finished the second draft of the book I've been working on. It's a non-fiction book about my own life, some interesting things that happened in it. I won't really get into the details right now, but it's 90,000 words, which is pretty extensive. That's a little less than your average fantasy novel. And there's a weapon with MR on it, as well as int. Anyway, yeah, it feels good to be done. I mean, I'm not like done with the book, but I mean, this will be the first book I've published. I mean, I have a master's degree, so I've published a thesis and I've published some research papers, but a book is an entirely different story, you know, because with a thesis, especially in a engineering field, a significant portion of that is just charts and stuff, and you know, the lion's share of the work is not so much writing it as it is doing the research and, you know, writing code and then analyzing the results of whatever it is you did and so on and so forth. So it's a very different experience. Who summoned this stuff? Vault Warden. Wasting my scroll of summoning over there. Let's just teleport away from this stuff. This is, you know, it's the epitome of no need. No need to fight that stuff. Got him before he Word of Recalled. Very nice. But anyway, with regards to this book, I mean, I did my first draft, and of course it was riddled with errors. I sent it off to the person that I've hired to do my editing, and she gave me quite a lot of work to do. And now that that's all done, I anticipate, I mean, obviously there's going to be some more reworks. I need to run it by some people. But I mean, I would say that the lion's share of it is done, and that feels real good. Right, let's get rid of one random effects. I don't give a care about that. Asset, however, I will take. Excuse me. Getting a little sleepy. But hey, this will be our third rune. So if I somehow lose this game, which I really don't see happening, you know, but if I did, I would have secured another point, because one of your points comes from getting 3 runes each game. And we got it. Whoa. A manual of spellcasting. Well, that's an interesting find. Death Store is down to 3%, by the way. We can stop with this insane amount of charms training. Silver rune. Nice. Okay. What's going on with this cloak? I guarantee I don't want it. Yeah, it's R core and RC plus, so I might pop this guy on for the purposes of doing slime, and that's it. Doesn't really take anything away except for Senv. And of course the intelligence. But we don't need that to do slime. Iron Shot. Okay. There you go. And Shatter. It's the Book of the Earth. That's what we've been wanting. So I can go ahead and get Shatter online. Yeah, things are really coming together. If I could just get some Amnesia, we would really be... we'd really be trucking. Let's identify some artifacts. MR++. Enchant armor, but we can't, we don't really have anything to use that on, I think. Except for this robe, which is kind of not necessary. Let's drop this amulet of magic evasion. Or magic evasion? Magic regeneration. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. This +7 strength flail, I mean, geez. I want to see how well I can cast. I mean, 28 strength, 42 intelligence. This is pretty goofy. This is like a character that's been zigging for a while. But except I haven't. Yeah, man. Our spells are actually castable. I can BVC in this crystal plate. I can almost stat form in this crystal plate. And by the way, this is with 0 armor training. Death's Door is pretty far off, but that's fine. D-Missile is only 50%, but man, we could just take off the crystal plate if we felt like it. You know. Almost outrageous. How are we doing on money? Yeah, I mean, I'm convinced. I'm sold. I gotta... I gotta do it. As goofy as it sounds. To be using this thing. My MR's through the roof now. Of course, if I do this, I can't really beat slime. Yeah, I can't really beat slime. So that's unfortunate. And again, we're lacking in we're lacking in an ability to do damage without spells. Since I'm gonna have this flail on for the strength. I guess I could just punch things in human form, you know, just my base form, or in lich form once I can get that on. But speaking of which, I'm curious, what's my spell casting like in this thing on other spells? Where's lich form? Necromutation. Search for it. 100% fail. Yeah, we would need to train some more necromancy and transmutations. Still, this is... I mean, this is just fun enough that I've got to go for us too. It's too much fun. But I'm going to take a little break. Probably for the night. And, yeah, we'll do something. We may switch around the items a bit to clear out slime. I mean, it's definitely doable. We got R-Core and RC now, if I feel like it. And then we may do crypts, you know. Again, I'd rather have stat form there for obvious reasons. Then again, Kiku kind of blocks Torment, so it's not really necessary, but whatever. We'll just make this work. I mean, this character is doing so incredibly well. I don't really need to think too hard about the plan, you know, like I might on something like a demigod. You know, this particular guy with the items he's gotten. I mean, this is going to be very, very smooth. It's just a matter of stylistically how much do I want to showboat as I roll through the rest of the game, you know. But we'll get on to that next time. Until then, I'm signing out. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Now you may not know this, but Bitcoin is a great passion of mine. If you want to help me out, and help yourself out in the process, take a look at rosecrypto.com to learn about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If you buy some Bitcoin using my referral links, you'll get an extra $10 worth of Bitcoin for free. And if you sign up for Binance using my links, I can teach you all about trading altcoins as well. Either way, please like and subscribe to help this channel grow. And if you really want to go the extra mile, take a look at my Patreon below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.